Stampers, it's Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. Today is Wednesday. That means it's What's New with SU. I'm going to talk about the BLendabilities. Oh my God! These are fabulous. I love them, I love them, I love them. A couple of things you need to know about them is that they are square. So then they do not run off the table when you need to use them. They are a set of 3, and in these set of 3 they come from light, and I don't know whether you can see the light, the medium, and the dark. And what I'm showing you right now is Cherry Cobbler, one of my all-time favorites. Tips, and this one being the brush tip and this one being the fine tip. And I like this because they're in a color family which coordinates with everything else that Stampin' Up! Believes in. The other thing that I like is that if you lay them flat, they will last a lot longer. And the tips are made from nylon, okay, which won't give them the fraying ability. Sometimes it's almost like you have to be the Incredible Hulk because it is so hard at times to get this lid off. So you really want to take it and you want to pull. When you put them back on, you really want to make sure that you get it lined up nice and easy. Press, and you'll hear that snap. And it is something that is, it's great because then it just keeps, okay, a tight seal, which allows for the ink to last longer. The one thing that is hard is that it does not have any refills. Other things that you need to know, and you know, there are so many people out there who believe that you should blend in circles, that it's okay if you rub. You know, I just think that for the most part, you gotta do what feels best to you. The other thing that is big, and that is, do you start dark to light or light to dark? And I just think that for the most part, when you are blending these, you want the ink to be wet, so then the color blends together. Play around with that and see which one you like better. It's also very much recommended that you use these on Whisper White and on Very Vanilla. The other thing that you want is that you do want a Memento ink pad, and this is a water-based pad. The other thing that you can do is that you can emboss and color on the inside of the embossed images that you have. Great thing, and that is you are talking about being able to use these on our pearls, our jewels, our ribbons. Oh my God, any of the stuff we have out right now, once you color it, it will not fade. It's really awesome. I'm so excited about this. The other thing that we have is that we do have this pack of 6 colors, and these are skin tone colors. And I have the brown ones out. And then we also have a color lifter. And this is white. It's not one that erases the marks, but it really just, you know, or it doesn't remove it, I should say, but it just kind of moves the colors around. Whenever you are coloring, you want to be careful of the outside of the card. So it's like it's a little bit different than coloring. You want to be a little bit more away from the edge, because what happens is that when it dries, it kind of spreads. And one of the things you will know is when you got a nice layer of blending going on and you turn the cardstock over, it will bleed through. So that's why it's really important that you have some type of barrier between this and whatever else you're stamping on. I think that for the most part, that is exciting. Again, each one comes in a set of 3 for each color, and there are 6 colors that are available to you, 6 more on their way in August. And we're just going to have some fun right now just coloring. And I just want you to see the opportunity of, you know, really being able to watch what happens and how they mix. And I'm going to start off with my all-time favorite, Cherry Cobbler. There's a beautiful stamp that's out right now that is called Blended Bloom, and it is one of the best stamps for you just to practice on. And it's going to come in a wood mount, but it is so much fun because you can try light to dark, dark to light. You can have shading in here. You can put rhinestones in there. If you feel that you want to add a button, you can add a button in there, and you can also color the buttons, which is really great for you to do too. So this is your time just to play. So today we're just going to play a little bit. And then I'm going to just leave this to you to decide really what you want. And we're going to start off with the light marker. And depending again on who you talk to, some people say that it's okay that you take all the lids off your color, your family color, and then you, when you're done, because you can, you know, go ahead and blend the inks while they're still wet. You should let it dry before you add just a little more ink to it or before you add your color lifter. All right? So, and some people say you got to put the lid on it right as soon as you're done. Again, up to you. So, I'm going to become the Incredible Hulk, and I like using the flared edges. And just on a couple, I'm going to start with the light. So you get the opportunity just to see the light. And then I will add some darker on more of the inside so you get an opportunity just to see. I like going in circles, but it does not mean that I go in circles all the time. There are times that I just like to rub it on. And it's, you know, I just allow things to flow. And I just barely put the lid on, so then I'm helping out everybody so I get the opportunity just to make up my mind. And here you're going to want to start at the bottom and flare out. And this is the medium. And I don't know if you can see, but you can see the difference in the colors right now. And it's really fun to be able to notice that, you know, there are some color differences. And I really recommend the lifter because it will help you just really brighten a card up. And I will show you that brighten in a few minutes, so then you see. There are times that what happened to me is that sometimes you can get this lodged at the side. Again, you want to be careful of the tip. You want to try to get it on as straight as possible. And then this is the last, and I will show you just the difference. And again, I'm trying to work fast. This may have been just a little bit too big of an area for me to start with because you don't want it to dry before you add more color. And mine's going to look like a kind of like a little bit of a rainbow. All right, and here is the dark. And again, the contrast is just absolutely beautiful. And then we will start from our dark. And I will only do this on just on a few so you can see. Oops, let's try that one more time. That was the medium, my fault. Let's take this and go dark, and we'll just continue on. to a medium. To the light. And again, you just eyeball and see what you want. Hopefully you can see that there is a definite difference between the going from light to dark, and I did not do that great of a job as far as blending it. But then up here we went from dark to medium to light. And this is what the back of the flower will look like. And then these are skin tone colors, and I really enjoy having a darker middle. Okay, and this will just give you a little idea on what the skin tones look like. Okay, and as you can see, that just blended together really well. So now let's get out our lifter and let's start just kind of lifting some colors away. And sometimes this has to dry just a little bit before you can really see the lifting that does go on. And I'll show you in just a minute. It's almost like it is just a little bit of a white spot that comes out. And the bottom of your pen will color, but it is not one that really holds on to the color. It changes, so you can use whatever color you would like to use. Now I don't know if you can see, but right in this area in here is where I use the lifter. All right. And that's just a little bit. Again, you can see that's what the lifter did. And this is what you want your cardstock to look like. And this is Whisper White that I'm playing with. So those are just some quick little facts. And I hope that you will buy these, try these. God, it makes you feel like you are a little kid again. This is a gatefold, and these are the new colors that are coming. And this is Mambo, and I just use the Old Olive and then the Daffodil Delight. This is a Hostess set that is just, oh my God. Please come and spend $150 because this will be the best set ever. I didn't think I would ever say that, but this is the best set ever, and I really, really enjoy that. So this is just one where I colored the flowers at the top, and again I embossed, and I just had the With Sympathy on the side. And then this is just something where I did, this is the topper, and I just added the Rich Razzleberry and just kind of put something on the side. This is a layered card, okay, with just a little bit more in the middle. So it just gives you a little idea on what you can do. And this kind of has that little pop. It's probably time that I go back now that I have practiced with these, and this was one of my first cards that I put together, and just add a little more. But again, you can see in here is where I added the lifter. And then on this one I decided I wanted to color just a little bit different and just kind of leave a little bit of a shadow, so I didn't color that area at all. So thank you again for spending time with me. Please feel free to go to my blog. I have classes available. I am on YouTube. I am on Facebook. I have classes to go. So sign up. We can have some fun. Okay? So have a great day, and thank you for stopping by. Leave comments. Bye-bye.